Now, who in the audience here tonight just happened to be walking by and thought they would stop in, sit down in one of the chairs, and just see what's going on? Nobody. Who here then is a Rotarian, a friend or a family member of a Rotarian who purposefully came here because of this beautiful space? That's certainly the vast majority. And the reason I like being here amongst Rotarians is because you all are equally as passionate about this community as I am and the City Council is. And I'm joined here tonight with Councillor Geniak and Councillor Elliott, who's here. And I don't know if there are any others, I haven't seen them, but certainly the three of us are here because we think this is a very, very special night, a very special event, and certainly a monumental addition to our wonderful waterfront, this showcase of a waterfront that we have. And for those of you who've had an opportunity to travel anywhere else in the world, any other city that has a waterfront, I would argue that this is amongst the most beautiful waterfronts of anywhere you could imagine in this planet. And as mayor and certainly as a lifelong resident of our city, I'm so very proud of this waterfront. I'm proud of what those who came before me did in order to assemble a waterfront that used to be made up of railroad tracks and used to be very, very industrial and not very hospitable to people who wanted to just walk by and grab a seat. And so today is just another milestone in that journey that we're on to put this waterfront together, a journey that's been some 40 years in the making. And this land that we're on here, this land houses our incredible museum without walls, the Windsor Sculpture Park. It's also home to some of the most celebrated parks and gardens in our entire city. It boasts unobstructed trails and accesses to views like no other. It's an iconic space for our community, our residents, and those who visit our community, for all of us to experience some of what makes our city so special. It features monuments, it features memorials that preserve and share the stories of the people, the places, and the events that have shaped our city and made it a true home to everyone here today. This land welcomes us, it frames us, it holds us close, and it certainly is the backdrop to our lives and many of the moments that we all cherish most. And now, it is the land that includes the story of one of the great community builders of our city, the Rotary Club of Windsor, 1918. As far back as 2014, club members began the discussion about how they would commemorate the 100th anniversary this year, 2018. You established a Centennial Celebration Committee and committed to significant legacy projects that would not only mark the occasion, but would continue your tradition of changing lives while improving your community. One of those projects began as an idea in 2016. It became a request for collaboration between the city and the club and grew to include Enwin Utilities, a local artist, and countless dedicated people in the city of Windsor, people who love the city of Windsor. That project, the Rotary Club of Windsor Centennial Plaza, is of course what brings us here tonight. Now look around you. Look to the east, look to the west, look to the river, and you will see the landscaping. You will see the architecture and the areas to sit and enjoy, the areas to sit and engage with our community. You will see plaques that share the story of the club's history. You will see a stunning work of public art right in front of you that will become a beacon on our waterfront for generations to come. A generation that will certainly come to appreciate, love, and respect the work that was done in 2018 by the Rotary Club of Windsor, 1918. Now, like you, I've had a chance to visit many places in the world, and I, again, put this waterfront next to any of those places that I've seen around the planet. And it's because this, our city of Windsor, is a community that chooses to tell its stories. And I'm thrilled to see the work, and I can't wait to catch a glimpse of this wonderful monument as it lights up tonight. We may have to wait till about 9:30, and I can't drag the speech on that long. But about 9:30, the lights will come on. But all of these things we can see. And what we can't see here is the individuals and the collective effort of the people who helped get us to today. And this is really all of you that sit here. All of you, whether it's your time, whether it's your talent, whether it's your money, whether it's your resources, everyone in this community, everyone in the Windsor Club. I always get this wrong. I always try and say Rotary of Roseland, and I'm not going to do that tonight like I did at your meeting. I promise I won't do that. But 1918 is so special. And all of these individuals, really all of you have my thanks and my appreciation tonight for all of your work. And I want to thank some of the folks who really helped make this possible. To Mike Clement and Stefan Fediak from our City Parks Department, thank you for your design and your leadership throughout this project. Thank you to all the engineers, all of the installers, the mold makers, the digital design technicians who helped to execute this incredible design. To city staff, particularly Wanda Letourneau and her parks team, and Mary Ellen Bernard from Community Development and Health, for the important roles that they played in creating such an impressive space for everyone in our community to enjoy. I want to thank Helga Riddell, my friend Helga Riddell from Enwin Utilities, and the Enwin family for their invaluable contributions to this destination. I also want to thank, and I haven't met Nicholas de Casson. Is Nicholas here? There's Nicholas. I get to meet him tonight along with you. This is fantastic. Nicholas, and it's Nicholas's work who's right in front of me today. This wonderful beacon on our waterfront. Also to the government, yes, thank you. To the Government of Canada's Building Communities Through Arts and Heritage program, which continually invests in initiatives that make Windsor a standout Canadian city. And finally, and of course, most importantly, I offer my gratitude to the club that is the reason we are celebrating this grand opening tonight. Colleen Mitchell, Janet Kelly, the Rotary Club of Windsor 1918's entire board of directors, both past and present, your volunteers, their friends, their family. On behalf of all of the residents of the city and city council, I say thank you. Thank you for the work you've done for our community, not just here, not just today, but for the last 100 years. In these last 100 years, let me just list some of these, because those of you who are here probably know it, but for the 2 or 3 that were walking by, you need to hear this. The last 100 years, let's talk about this Rotary Club and the success. Besides being the parent for all the other Rotary clubs in our region, they established the Easter Seal Society here locally. They provided support for numerous outdoor pools in our city, developed the John McGivney Children's Center, have run Art in the Park, raising over $1.3 million in the last 37 years for renovations and restorations at Walkman, Williston, and established the Rotary Home for Children, which is also known as Maryvale. Began the Rotary Children's Safety Village. Fred Sorrell is here. Donna Sorrell, Fred was instrumental in leading the charge on the Rotary Children's Safety Village. And of course, if we take all of those projects aside, let's not discount the over $200,000 to over 50 grants to local organizations that have happened over the last 100 years. Truly, truly remarkable, and I want to thank you for that. And this really is an incredible difference, an incredible tradition that you've started, an incredible tradition that is making a big difference in your community, in our community. You're a group, you are part of a group of storytellers in the city of Windsor. And every new story you write becomes an instant bestseller. I want to thank everyone who's been involved. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Rotary. Thank you, Rotary Club of Windsor 1918, for 100 years of celebration, 100 years of celebrating our community. And I appreciate and I just love the passion you have for your community, because it matches my own. And I'm so proud to be a Rotarian myself. Thank you very much, everyone.
I'd like now to recognize our president-elect of our Rotary Club, Jules Hawkins.
I bring a short message from President Colleen, and it is short, I promise. Fellow Rotarians, Mayor Dawkins and I, this was an amazing milestone for our club. I'm sorry I'm not able to join everyone, as I am away celebrating 2 milestones of my own, 35th wedding anniversary and a son's graduation. Good reasons. I can't wait to visit the Plaza on my return. Congratulations to everyone who worked so hard to make this project and opening a reality. Obviously, I echo everything that Colleen has said. I've been very fortunate to have a chance to spend a bit of time down here on this waterfront in the past couple of weeks, as this is nearing completion and in its beautiful state that it is now. And I am so proud that the great partnership of Rotary, our other community partners, and the City of Windsor has allowed us to create this amazing space, which is beautiful for all our citizens and visitors who are going to enjoy it for generations to come. Thank you.
As we mentioned, our Rotary Club struck a Centennial committee to overlook all of the projects and all of the events of the year. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you our Centennial chairperson and past president of our club, Maureen Lucas.
I am honored to have worked with my fellow Rotarians to create a year of Centennial magic. Events, projects, scholarships, all of them gifts to the community that we live in. I would like to acknowledge the hard work of the Centennial Legacy Committee under the leadership of Janet Kelly, who have planned and executed a variety of legacy projects this year. We are also very grateful to the City of Windsor, NWIN, and the many other community partners who have stepped up to be a partner on this fabulous riverfront project. To each of those involved, thank you so very much. Standing here tonight with all of you, I am so very proud to be a Rotarian. Thank you.
Next person I'd like to introduce you to is our district governor, Rick Caron. And for those of you who are not Rotarians, Rotary has a bit of a structure, and clubs come under a district. And we're really fortunate this year that in our centennial year, not only do we have a wonderful district governor, but he's one of our own. So please welcome District Governor Rick Caron.
So Paul Sincock is the district governor-elect, and he's sitting right here all the way from Plymouth, Michigan. Paul Sincock. Rotary Club of Windsor at that time, when it started, was the center of Rotary in Windsor, Essex. And so this is really a celebration of 100 years of our specific club, but 100 years of the impact of Rotary throughout the Windsor, Essex community. So I looked at the history and I thought, the people in the past, they have built this community. They have built hospitals, they have built Easter seals, they have done so much. When I heard the stories of what was done in the past, first of all, I got emotional. I couldn't believe that I was part of an organization that did so much for the community, did so much for the citizens. It brought a tear to my eye. And when I see the video that we put together this year to celebrate the Centennial, every single time I become a little bit emotional. So I'm sitting in the club one day and I'm thinking to myself, this is what my club has done in the past. What's left for us to do? What can we do as the members of the current Rotary Club to live up to the legacy that we have left behind over 100 years? And then I looked around at the members. I see people like Janet and Maureen and so many others in our club that just get things done. And I see legacy projects that are building communities in Africa. I see the Centennial Hub connecting trails between the county and the city and all the villages. And also when the Gordie Howe Bridge is built with its bicycle trails, we'll be connecting to the other part of our Rotary district in the U.S. Then I realized that I can be proud of what I am part of today in our Rotary Club. I can be proud, and you should be proud of what you have built, this beautiful park, a gift to the city of Windsor and its people. The hub, a gift to the city of Windsor and the people of Essex County. We also have lived up to the expectations placed on us by the people in the past, and we can be proud of what we have done. And 50 years and 100 years from now, Rotarians will be sitting in the club like I am, new Rotarians, and they will say, wow, the people in 2018, they did something for the city. What can we do to live up to their expectations of us in the future? Thank you for coming, Rotarians, non-Rotarians alike. It's been a fabulous 2018 for us, 6 more months to go. And as I say, what a gift. Thank you.
As you mentioned with the crypt, it was supposed to be a kinetic structure in this site, but it also was supposed to be a beacon. I've always looked at that site as being something that would also include some sort of a lighthouse. And at that point, we sat down with Kathy Masterson of the Culture Recreation and introduced us to Nicholas Ducasson, who created what you'll soon see well, not unveiled, but we'll soon see it lit up here today. And we're also very fortunate to have secured a perfect sponsor in NWIN. I would like to invite Helga Rydell, CEO of NWIN Utilities, and Nicholas to join me to the podium.
Really a pleasure to be here. My name is Helga Rydell, and I'm the president and CEO of NWIN Utilities. And it certainly is my pleasure to represent NWIN here today. I had some prepared remarks, but I think I'm going to pass on that because I don't think I can do justice to this place with my remarks. It's just beautiful. The flowers are beautiful, and I want to give a big shout out to the entire Parks and Recreation team under Jan Wilson's leadership, Mike, Stefan, and everyone you've worked with. I also want to take a moment to thank our board of directors, and many of whom are members of City Council, and also some independent directors of NWIN Utilities and its companies. Those directors really support us in allowing us to partner on events like this in the community and on initiatives like this. And we sure hope we can do more in the community. We consider ourselves not just deliverers of water and electricity to the community, but also true partners and community builders with all of these good folks here. So I really appreciate their support in this. Of course, Rotary 1918 for their initiative, their ideas, and when Janet Kelly gets an idea, there's no stopping her. So Janet, thank you for taking us along for the ride at NWIN. I also want to just take a moment to point out that because NWIN delivers both water and electricity to the community of Windsor, we think there's no more fitting partnership or combination of partnerships for us with a sculpture that will light up along the waterfront that sustains us. So again, thank you so much for allowing NWIN to be a part of this, and we look forward to many years of enjoying this beauty around us. Thank you.
Sometimes it takes a project like this to bring all of us together, and we couldn't be any prouder to be part of it. Thank you.
Everybody ready? Yeah, get in together. Jan Wilson is the long-suffering boss for Mike and Stefan. So, okay. So, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Windsor 1918 and the City of Windsor, and everyone who has been a part of this historic day and making all of these wonderful things possible, we would like to ask you to watch the ribbon cutting for the official opening of the Rotary Plaza.